Today's episode of Desertwood Days with Kathy Blaze is sponsored by Movie Group, founder of the Dream Network channel. Learn more at dreamnetworkchannel.com.
I wanna visit all the places nobody goes. I wanna teach all the things that nobody knows. I wanna grow wings, leave the coop, learn to fly. Bungee jump from the tallest building in Dubai. I wanna fly around town in my UFO. I wanna eat real food, not the GMOs. I wanna make moves, call the shots like the boss. I wanna love like I never lost.
Welcome back to Desertwood Days, and I am your host, Kathy Blaze. Today I am here with Mr. Edison. Welcome.
Hello, thank you for having me. I'm honored. I'm grateful to be here.
Such a pleasure, such a pleasure. Mr. Edison, you are a comedian, screenwriter, filmmaker, producer, all those good things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say that other thing, but you're all those good things.
Okay.
But one of the things, I met you out in the community
Mm-hmm.
with, at a networking event, and I noticed, I'm a people watcher, I noticed how confident you were.
Mm-hmm.
Where did that confidence come from?
Well, I would say I would give all that glory to my mom. My mom was a fighter. She was a by any means necessary type of person. I've watched her overcome cancer. I've watched her overcome just, low lives. And, she pushed through. So I would definitely, award that to my dearly mother.
That's, and you know what? And that's a blessing to be able to say that you owe all that to your mother.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because, a lot of times us mothers get forgotten about.
No, we have to. Shout out to the moms out there.
Yes,
Shout out to
yes.
the moms.
And shout out to our fathers also.
Mhm.
Well, we thank your mom for teaching you those things, and because you know what, we work in a community where your confidence and your talent is so needed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're also. I want to start off. How did you get into being a comedian? Where did that start?
Sure. I've always been just the the class clown. The student that wants to make everyone laugh. They get put out the classroom. They put the desk on the outside. Yeah, that was my seat. That was me. So I've always, just had a passion for, making people laugh. I didn't understand what I was doing then, making fun of people. And then I transitioned and got more mature. And, now going to the stage, I went to I had my debut at Morty's Comedy Club in Indianapolis, Indiana. So I had my debut at Morty's Comedy Club in Indianapolis. My friends were, challenging me to do it, telling me, you have a passion, you have a gift, God gift. And, I got on stage. I was inebriated, to say the least. And I thought that would help, smooth things over. And it didn't. It actually backfired on me. But I still did pretty good. And I was, hungry to go again. And then, fast forward to today, we live in an era of content. Everybody's on their phone. Everybody's here. So, I developed skits. I got skits. I actually, I was able to go in drama when I was in high school. Mr. Coble was my teacher, and I actually put together a movie when I was in high school. So, that was pretty cool. Then I got out of college, stopped playing football, and, now we're in the content era, got some skits together. And then now I'm here looking to air my first feature film. So.
Okay, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but you jumped ahead. But
I'm sorry.
On the comedy, are you doing stand-up, or what are you doing with the comedy? Or are you just taking that into your filmmaking?
So I'm a stand-up comic by heart. It's not something that I exercise like on a regular.
Okay.
I would go to a couple comedy clubs. Sometimes I feel like, I got an itch I need to scratch, so I'll get to the stage, go and perform. I also like to jump in character and out of character. A lot of my comedy is inspired by Eddie Murphy, so I jump in
That's a
character.
good one.
Yeah, I jump in character and out of character a lot. I actually go to comedy events in character. I was Grandpa Fleek at this comedy event, so I'll be in the audience and I'll just be sitting as a it just depends on who I feel for the day. Like I have a pastor, I have, Grandpa Fleek, I have Blari, who is the Black Mari. So I was did a show when I was Blari. So I just come in character, out of character, and do stand up from
if
time
you
to
go
time.
to a show, do they allow you to go up on stage?
Yes, I have a lot of friends that are like promoters. So if
Okay.
I have the opportunity, if they want me to come on stage, then I'll do like a 3 to 5 minute bit. Just depends on the
That's awesome.
situation.
That's so. Do you, as a filmmaker, do you find yourself doing more comedy?
Yes, I'm totally comedy driven. I'm in that lane, and I'm shooting hard in that lane right now. It was hard actually. It was a challenge for me to write my first feature film because I was writing so many skits. I was writing so many short skits and things like that. I had a web series on YouTube, and I was kind of like writing on the fly, which was something that now looking back like I won't ever do again because it was such a challenge, just episode by episode instead of writing a complete package.
Right. You mentioned some of the greats like Eddie Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
So growing up, who inspired you the most? I mean, you mentioned your mom, but as far as in the celebrity realm,
I would say like just going back to Eddie Murphy, like I'm a huge Eddie Murphy fan. I try to imitate Eddie Murphy's laugh from time to time.
You gonna do it for me?
Sure. Yeah, it's kind of like I need to brush it up a little bit, but yeah, I'm so inspired by Eddie Murphy and the gift that he has with comedy. Like I said, just being multifaceted, in character, out of character, stand-up comic, and then acting. So that's my lane.
Yes, it would be. I hope he get back out there and start doing stand-up and making more movies. I really miss his movies. So, being a comic and being a filmmaker, you're in that realm of comedy. How is it when it's time to do something that's dramatic? Do you have a hard time with that?
So actually, like the feature film I have is a dramedy.
Oh, okay.
So there's a mesh between comedy and drama. And when I first started writing, I was out here in Phoenix, and I couldn't get a role for nothing. Like I couldn't get a role for not. It was a lot of like horror films, and I don't have a six pack.
Right.
So, so I tried to write myself in the scripts and things like that. I actually started off writing dramas, but I never executed them. I never executed them. So I started off writing dramas, and then I'm like, nope. Comedy has been my thing for my whole life. So I'm gonna do comedy. I'm gonna stick to it. So.
Yeah, and that's what Arizonans love. Horror flicks, horror, blood and guts and stuff
cowboys
like that for some reason. But that is awesome that you took that initiative to start creating it, and that is something my grandmother always taught. If it's not there for you, you created your own, creating your own lane there, and that seems like that's what you did. So, as far as creating Mr. Edison and your lane, how has that been working for you?
I say it's been a journey. I started, so Mr. Edison was my comic name. So I was this loudmouth comic that wears the nice suit jackets that go to the stage, and he's real brash. He talks about people in the audience, things like that. So I then became Mr. Edison the teacher. So Mr. Edison the teacher, Mr. Edison the comic, kind of like put those two together, and then now I have Mr. Edison, the director, the screenwriter, the actor. So are people able to tell who the real Mr. Edison is? No.
Okay. Is that because
I don't know who he is. Depends on the day.
Depends on the day. What's going on?
Depends on what hat I need to wear. I wear a lot of hats. Like I do a lot.
So are you a full-time filmmaker?
I'm not a full-time filmmaker. I am an inspiring filmmaker with a new project that's ready to take AZ by storm. So I'm a lifelong learner. I was on a couple sets, just soaking up the knowledge.
Sure.
Trying to get an understanding of how things are ran within that screenwriting realm. So I'm inspiring and I'm just learning, and now I'm eager to
You know what?
get
We're
this
all
trailer out.
inspired in something.
Hmm.
So, are you able to share a little bit about your film?
Sure. I actually brought my log line here today, and I want you to, because instead of me rambling off, I'd like for you to read it, and then if you have questions, then.
Okay.
Hmm.
Do you want me to read it out loud? Is that what you want? An unemployed dreamer with an obvious gaming addiction gets a proposition from the neighborhood kingpin that he will soon regret.
So the title is Not a Game. So we go on to like a long journey of Marcus, who's like an avid gamer. We have like flashbacks from the 90s and then to modern day. So we're going to be touching on relationship issues because the video games causes relationship problems from time to time. The addiction of gaming, and just some culture. It's going to be a lot of comedy. It's going to be I don't want to say action packed, but it's like comedy packed. So I'm huge on like every scene, every set having some type of comedy, whether it's how the screen looks, the costume on the screen, things like that. So it's comedy packed.
Right. So we were talking about your new feature film that you're in the works with.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit about it. Who this?
Sure. So where I am in the process, like I've finally completed the script. I owe a lot to my wife. I am not a big fan of like tedious work. So we did a lot at the dinner table. We had a lot of conversations at the dinner table. Took me maybe fully 2 months. So I am kind of like 90% casted, almost fully casted. I have like 2 roles, just depends on people's summer and how they play out.
Mm-hmm.
But we've had 2 table reads. So we're in the process now of, getting the characters together, wardrobe, and shooting the trailer at the end of June. So.
Okay, awesome. And tell us just give us a little gist of your main character.
Sure. Well, the main character is Tanner Conley. So Tanner is a young, inspiring actor here. He's an ASU student. His major is undergrad. He's a great actor. He's a phenomenal actor. And then his counterpart is Lyric Donnell, which is Ashley. So we go on this journey with Marcus. Marcus is an avid gamer, so we're going to show Marcus as a young man, a little young kid, and the infatuation that he has with the video game. Then we kind of like fast forward, play back to modern day with him having this addiction with the video game. So we're going to follow him, and Marcus is just like I said, like an avid gamer, so he doesn't have many resources. He just loves his game. He loves eating Cheetos on the couch, and Ashley is she's tired of it. She's like, we need a job. Right. We need some money around here. I can't be the only one paying bills. And Marcus just knows he's just this close to streaming, to getting money in this industry, but something that he truly loves, which is of today with gaming. So they collide. Then Marcus is like, okay, well, I'll find a job, just to keep his relationship together. So then he finds jobs. He loses jobs.
Okay, we don't want to tell the whole film because we want them to come out.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Well, that's awesome. So with this, was there a lot of research you had to do as far as the addiction and gaming? Or, was there a lot of research you had to do?
Just for me, just in screenwriting in general, just this being like my first project, my baby, I was actually able to, take some time, read some books. The screenwriting book from Blake Snyder, it's To Save a Cat or something of that sort. I think it's To Save a Cat. So I've read that book, and it was just very inspiring to me on how to, compound the main character and follow the main character. And look in the eyes of a viewer and not as me just writing comedy, writing for, just an audience, a demographic.
So when you were writing this, what was your main purpose for this?
So my main purpose was I want to create a comedy hit. I wanted to create a comedy hit that keep people at the edge of their seats. That's why I have, created a dramedy. Like I said, we are on an action pace, comedy pace, every scene, comedy. So I wanted to do something for, just the, honestly, the Black culture here in Arizona. So I can, cast some some pretty funny people. Some of my leads, we don't have to look like a certain way. Depends on how you carry this role, how the costume looks, things like that. So it's a new style, it's a new flavor. But I'm excited. I'm super excited too.
So who is the audience for this?
So the audience, we have a gaming audience, people that love video games. We have the Black audience because it's a Black film. We have an audience that are with relationship issues. We have people for people who love drama. People who love comedy.
So you thought that all. That's great that you looked into all those segments right there. So so this is your first feature film?
My very first feature film. This is my baby. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
This is my baby, and I'm gonna take good care of her. I'm gonna hit the ground running. I'm so excited for June, which is when the trailer will be shot. And that's something new that I also experienced. The team that's helping me film it was telling me like we need to do the trailer. So I was kind of like I'm a person, I'm ready to go, like let's get everybody here, let's do it. But giving me the perspective of like crowdfunding, things like that, I was able to come to the conclusion like the trailer would be great. It'll build that buzz, it'll continue to cause that cohesion amongst this cast that I've created. So yeah, I'm excited.
That's wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So you create your film. So when that is completed, where do you see Mr. Edison?
I see Mr. Edison right back at it with another comedy film. I probably, I'm always looking like to network and collaborate with, the like-minded, the comics, the actors of the Valley. So I'll probably create another banger, and I'll probably be right back with number 2, and just being able to have my second showing, red carpet event, so I could see 2 being better than 1. I also want to write another series. I wrote a web series that's on YouTube currently, which is Night School with Mr. Edison. So I have another web series that I've already started writing, but I can't neglect the baby.
So, Mr. Edison, you're a filmmaker, actor, comedian. So, out of all those things, what is your preference? Do you have a preference?
I can wear a lot of hats, but to be honest, like what I really prefer, I love acting. I love being in character and out of character. I love getting in costume, making people laugh. Like it's something that I've done so long. So to do that, I'm kind of like filling that love tank that I have. So
right. So when you're not feeling that love tank on the stage or in film, what is it that Mr. Edison is doing?
Well, so like my day job, I'm a special education teacher. Just graduated with my master's at GCU in special education.
Congratulations.
So I work with the population, the special population, which I truly have a passion for. I truly love all kids. That's something that that I live by. Like I could be a multimillionaire, but I'd still be in the classrooms. I'd still be boots on the ground, looking to inspire young men and women every day. That's my thing every day. I want to inspire. I know they always hear me preaching and they're like, here he goes again. But, it's something that I didn't have. So I like to fill that void for them and, live that dream out. So that's really that's really Mr. Edison, to be honest with you. Just that teacher, that mentor, that lover of all kids. So.
A guy would say, I tilt my hat to you for this, but I'll curl my hair for you for that one.
Okay. Come on, Carol.
That is a beautiful thing. We need more people that are out here supporting our children, and especially I like to call them our people with special abilities.
Correct.
I love that.
Yes.
I love. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That's
and that was
awesome.
Another journey, but
yes. So, we in season 1, we had an author here that she did this book about this young special needs boy. Have you ever thought about bringing that part of your life into filmmaking?
Oh man, Kathy Blaze, that just touched me. Oh man, I have not, which is but I love that thought. I love that thought, and I love that
Yes.
idea. That's fresh. That's really clean.
Because the reason why, we think, oh, they have this special, this disability.
Hmm.
I like to say, we all have a disability in
Correct.
some way.
I have many.
You're right. But they have so many abilities.
Correct.
Because you know what, if you can't use one thing, you're using something else.
Mhm.
So they have so many abilities. And can you imagine putting them on a big screen?
That would be excellent. That would be, and I have a lot of characters,
Yes.
and because I pull out of characters and I empower characters, so my classroom is comedy packed too from time to time.
Tell me
so.
about one of your favorite characters.
In class.
I don't know,
Or
one of your favorite characters.
For me, Mr.
Yes,
Edison.
yes.
Oh, I'm gonna say Grandpa Fleet.
And why?
Because Grandpa Fleet is this nasty old man. He is just so nasty. But when you see this old man, you got that love for him. You're like, oh, he nasty, but it's kind of okay. He don't know no better.
Look, that's just Uncle Fleet.
Yeah. So with Grandpa Fleek, he's this. I already got a belly, but I wear more of a belly. I get him all grayed up, and like I just had him at a comedy show not too long ago. My guy Drake the comedian, he had a comedy show, and I just sat in the audience. He didn't know who I was coming as, and I just literally sat smack dab in the audience, and that was fun. So I would say Grandpa Fleek for sure.
Grandpa Fleet, awesome. So it was such a pleasure having you here today.
Thank you
And
so
know what?
much.
I want to hear more about your film coming
Mhm.
up also. So where can our audience find you?
So the audience can find me on Edison Films on YouTube. So that's where you can follow me for all of my skits, my web series, things like that. On Instagram, you're gonna find me at _ Mr. Edison. That's MISTER Edison EDISON. And Christopher Edison on Facebook. Name is Christopher Edison on Facebook because my mom was on there. So, and my
Had
mom
to
called me
do it.
Christopher. Yeah, she
Right.
never called me Chris. So. And I live
That's
out
what
her
she
name.
named you.
Yeah. Correct.
Look, you know the mom. That's what I named you, boy.
Yeah, right. She probably have a cow. She hear me changing my name now, but
The mom is for the industry. That's it.
that's it.
Well, thank you for joining us
Thank
today.
you so much
It
for
was
having
such
me.
a pleasure.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us here today on Desertwood Days, and we will catch you next time.
Today's episode of Desertwood Days with Kathy Blaze was sponsored by Movie Group. Visit them at dreamnetworkchannel.com.